Hey everyone, how you all doing? Good morning. My name is Bami, founder of Inspired to Soul Limited. My mission and my passion is to tend the broken wings of your dreams so that you can be inspired to soar above your troubles. If this is your first time visiting this page or listening to this broadcast, welcome. Welcome whoever's joined me. Sorry I can't see who you are, but thank you for joining me. And if you're a returning guest, welcome again and thank you for joining me today. So today I'm gonna pick up one small thread from what I was talking about earlier in the week, because earlier in the week I was talking about grief and a few things to do with a few steps to deal with grief. Because of course grief is such a huge subject, so it's not something I can cover in weeks or even months. But I just thought, okay, I will pull a small thread from it and then we'll talk about it with you this morning. So the title this morning is A Rude Awakening. You're thinking, what's that got to do with grief, or what's that got to do with life in general? You see, a rude awakening is defined as a shocking and unpleasant discovery that one makes as a result of realizing that things are not what they used to be. In other words, we have these preconceived notions, and then something that's not pleasant comes and jolts us out of that. Of course, grief can be that, because grief will reveal a lot of things about ourselves and everything, but any kind of loss will do that. And there are other challenges in life that can do that. But okay, sticking to the topic of a rude awakening. Excuse me. Have you had a rude awakening in your life? Well, I'm sure you couldn't be alive without having some rude awakenings and everything like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, which just happens to have one of the chapter titles is A Rude Awakening. And then I will talk about it with you. So here goes. First things first, here's the book. It's titled Navigating Your New Normal. So basically it's a roadmap, it's a sat-nav for your new normal journey, for the aftermath of trauma, so that you can thrive and find fulfillment. The details are in the notes, and you'll also see the Amazon link. So do check it out and get it so that you can find fulfillment in your new normal journey. So, reading from the beginning of chapter 5, which is page 25 of the book. Like I said, the chapter title is A Rude Awakening. And I've quoted someone called Don Williams Jr., and this is what he said. He said, "The road of life twists and turns, and no two directions are ever the same. Yet our lessons come from the journey, not the destination." Isn't that true? Just you have a rude awakening, and all of a sudden, all of the things that you thought were right, all of the things that you thought you knew about yourself or others, they've just undergone a dramatic change. So I'll use the example, picking up the example from loss and everything. I've experienced loss in different times and everything, and like I spoke about earlier in the week, I talked about the loss of my mom and the loss of my big sister last year. Now here's the thing, if you didn't watch that video, I would encourage you, go and watch that video to give you better context for this one. And the thing is, going through loss when as a teenager is totally different to going through loss as an adult. Yes, it's loss, they're both losses, but the experiences are different. And when I talk about a rude awakening in that context for me, it was about realizing that in some areas I wasn't as mature and I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. Go figure. Me? Not mature? Me? Not as strong? Come on. I thought I was Superwoman. I thought I was the cleverest of the lot. But tell you what, a rude awakening does that as well. It pulls you down a peg or two. Now, the issue now is, of course, a rude awakening is unpleasant at the time. It's not, it's shocking. It's not what, you wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. You don't want to go through it at all, but it happens. And then what follows on after that, after the rude awakening, is up to you. So like I was saying, especially after the loss of my sister last year, I thought there were so many, after all, I'd been through a lot, I'd seen a lot, so I thought I was strong, I thought I was wiser and everything like that. I thought I was Superwoman. Come on. Look at me. I thought I was Superwoman. But you know what? I was in for a rude awakening, because that process, the grieving process, revealed so many things to me about myself. The things that I thought, things I knew needed to change, as in character traits or habits that just needed to change. And you know what? It also, and that's the other thing about rude awakenings as well, you also find out things about some people around you. It's over the course of this process as well, I found that there were people in my life that they were not who I thought they were. So some people that I thought would be supportive, some people that I thought would be stronger than me and be strong for me or whatever it is, they just weren't. And you know what? The thing with rude awakening is, like, it will make you angry, because you're human. You'll be angry, you'll be disappointed, and you'll be hurt. But what do you do with those? And this is what I'm learning, because it's an ongoing learning process. What I've discovered is, like, I can choose to stay in the place of anger, hurt, and disappointment in myself and in others. Or I can choose to learn from this and to learn to be stronger and to change what I can change, and cut myself some slack, change what I can change, and progress and gain wisdom. But it is a choice. It has to be intentional. It's not something that nobody else owes you or me, that the learning process, so to speak. I knew it was up to me to learn. I knew it was up to me to realize that, okay, yes, I got taken down a peg or two, that, look, girlfriend, you're not as tough and you're not as strong in certain areas as you thought you were. And in the past, that would have been an opportunity for me to beat myself up or to be angry at myself. But you know what? Life is too short. And being angry at myself, being disappointed in myself and others, those things are not, those emotions, those feelings are not productive. So what I chose was, okay, you know what? Okay, yes, I'm not as strong as I used to be, as I thought I was. Okay, what am I going to do about it? So I will ask you the question, and I will encourage you. Thank you, the other person who's joined me. I don't know who you are, but thank you for joining me. Oh, Pastor Victoria Lawrence, good morning. Thank you for joining me. So, you know what? So what if I'm not as strong as I used to be, as I thought I was, or I'm not as wise as I thought I was in certain areas? But hey, the important thing is it's to choose, and that I chose not to remain in the place of hurt, not to remain in the place of disappointment and say, okay, here's the same thing. I'm choosing to learn from this journey. Because here's the thing, a lot of us, we are so focused on our destination, the destination we want. We're going this way, we're going this way, we're going that way. But here's the thing, we miss the lessons of the journey. We forget that the twists and turns of life, like that quote I read from my book, the twists and turns of life, it's more about the journey, the lessons. Because if we don't learn the lessons that we're supposed to learn, then we're not going to get different results. We're going to get stuck in disappointment, in hurt, and if care is not taken, those things go down the route of bitterness and resentment. So I want to encourage you, whatever rude awakening you've had in your life or you're having, if you haven't had any, let me assure you, you're going to have them. Or if you cannot remember the last time you had one, another one is just around the corner. I'm not being morbid, I'm not being horrible. It's just the way life is, because the journey of life is not static. It's not, well, at least it's not meant to be static. And at some point or the other, we will make discoveries about ourselves, about others, that will not necessarily be pleasant, that will not necessarily be what we want. But learn from those turns, those unexpected turns, those unexpected twists. Learn from those. Be encouraged. Oh, good morning, Andrea. Thank you for joining me. Learn from those twists and turns. Don't be imprisoned by disappointment, by hurt. Because, okay, I'll give using the example I gave earlier about what I've learned from loss, especially after my sister passed last year, that there was people that I thought would be there that were not there and everything. Yes, initially I was disappointed. I won't be human if I wasn't. But I decided that, you know what, I couldn't let that hold me back. I couldn't be imprisoned by the hurt or by the disappointment. People are people. They are human beings, just like I am. Because there are so many times when I let others down, I let myself down. So there will be so many times that people will let me down or whatever. And I realized that, you know what, giving that gift of forgiveness to myself and to others and moving on, that is the best way to deal with a rude awakening. So learning the lessons, gaining wisdom, and maintaining a positive attitude. I cannot stress that enough, because we choose how we react to things that happen to us. We choose how we deal with the twists and turns of life, because a lot of times those twists and turns that happen, they are not of our making or of our choosing, but we get to choose how we deal with them. We get to choose what kind of person we become as a result. So I want to encourage you that as you go through any rude awakenings, as you journey through that, maintain a positive attitude. Don't get bogged down in disappointment and hurt. Don't be imprisoned by those. The wisdom and understanding that you are meant to gain from it, the lessons, pick those up and maintain a positive attitude. Maintain your sense of humor. If you don't have one, get one, because life is too short. Maintain your peace. Don't be rattled by all of these things, because the whole purpose of a rude awakening is to make us realize that, okay, there are certain things that you think are truth that you might need to reassess, and there are certain things you need to learn. So rude awakenings are there for us to learn from, to be stronger by virtue of going through them, and to be able to help others. Because here's the thing, without my rude awakenings and everything like that, I wouldn't be in a position to be able to tell you that, you know what, to be able to encourage you. I won't be in a position to encourage, to inspire others. I won't be in a position to be able to say, okay, look, here are the lessons I've learned. So with regards to what I was saying earlier about me thinking that I was stronger and everything like that, I've realized that there's some journeys in life that it is not about it is not about how strong you think you are. It is about your ability to ask the right people for help and get help from those who can give you the help. The ones who are not in a position to give you the help, then just move on. I hope that will help you guys and everything. So again, the link to my book is in the notes, so check it out on Amazon. And this video will also be on the YouTube channel. So I want to encourage you, share this video. If you know anybody who's had a rude awakening recently, then please share this video with them so that it can be encouraged, they can be inspired. This video will also go on YouTube. So I want to encourage you to head over to YouTube and look for the Inspire to Soul YouTube channel and subscribe, because I'll be putting more inspiring videos on there, and that way, as soon as I put the new videos on, you will get to see them. Rude awakenings, they are meant to make us stronger. They're meant to make us wiser. So I hope you will go into your day, your weekend, and whatever time you watch this video, that you will go into your future knowing that the lessons from your rude awakenings are things for you to be stronger, that to make you stronger, to make you wiser, to make you better. And rude awakening or not, your attitude, your attitude, your outlook, it's down to you. So choose to be positive, choose to smile, choose to have a sense of humor, and choose to thrive. Until the next time, be inspired to soar. And Pastor Victoria and Andrea, thank you both for joining me. Take care. Bye.